Hello, my name is Gary Schotten, and we're here as a part of Inspiring Better Business. And today we're going to talk about safety first. We're going to talk about it from a little bit of a personal side, but also in more detail about your company. And you might think, well, I don't have many chances to have a safety problem or something go wrong, but I think you could be wrong about that. So I don't know of a single company that I could think of that shouldn't have a safety department and shouldn't have some training, acknowledgement that safety is important. Now, I'm sitting here in my machine shop, and I do these recordings when it's quiet. I did them to begin with when I had some people in the background, but they made too much noise and it would affect the sound, and so there's nobody working behind me because I'm doing this when they're not in this building. But I have 55 plus employees in my company, and I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want it for my benefit, but mostly for their benefit. There's no insurance, there's no healing process, there's nothing we can do that's going to be as good as never having the accident, never having the problem. You know, when you're owner of a company or leading a company, your employees, your workers are going to know whether you really put people first. And I think safety is one of those things that obviously, in my opinion, gives the strong indication when you as the owner become soft or become slack or not have their best interest at mind. And sometimes you got to kind of put on your hard approach to this to be sure even your workers don't develop bad habits that will be unsafe. And we just think that's very important here. Now, people first, you'll know it, they'll know it, and over time it'll pay off good dividends. Now, almost every business will have some safety issues. Obviously, if you have any vehicles on the road, if you're driving anywhere, have anybody on a sales driving you, for you, representing as soon as you move your property in regards to business, you're a safety hazard because our highways are full of people that are not driving safely, and your safety record there is going to count. So there's where almost all of us are faced. We have some industries like this one, we have a lot of safety issues and concerns. And we were just this morning, the crews were putting up a new hoist beam where the pin, the pivot pin had worn down. It wasn't going to fall, but it appeared that it was becoming to the point that it was unsafe, and when they got into it, it wasn't nearly as bad as they thought. But we put in a brand new pin, a brand new hinge, making sure these hoists that are lifting heavy articles, heavy devices, heavy pieces of metal like you see behind us, if it's bigger than a man that can pick it up, maybe bigger than 50 pounds, we're supposed to pick up and use the hoist. We instruct our workers never to pick up something that's too heavy. Either use the hoist, which we always have available, or get somebody else to help you. That's a safety concern. And when we come down and kind of hard with somebody, well, they sometimes push back. I don't care. We're going to have a safe company. Safety first. Every time we have a meeting, every time we have a public meeting, we talk about safety. Something, and we leave it open for people to bring up safe issues. If you're in the food industry, man, I know of a particular restaurant chain that they had some salmonella type poisoning in their food. Boy, that'll wreck your reputation. That'll sure wreck your sales. There's a company that's within 2 miles of here that happened to be an ice cream company, and they had some imperfections that showed up, and and granted it wasn't that serious, but it was serious. They put millions and millions of dollars worth of ice cream, supervised by the health department. They dug a great big pit and put this ice cream that normally would have been sold for millions of dollars into a big landfill. Safety first, safety first, safety first. I cannot think again of hardly any business that doesn't have some safety issues. Now, why would that benefit me? Well, first of all, it's people first. They're going to be more likely to work hard for you, more likely to go the extra mile for you, more likely to be bring you ideas, be cost conscious, be proactive to help you if they know that you are first interested in them. It's not how much you know, but how much you care is a lot of times the difference between whether you convey that to your workers or not. You can't fake that. You cannot fake that. We have what we call workman's compensation insurance. That covers us, all of our workers. Everyone's required by law that if someone's hurt while working at my company, we have insurance that covers that. And that insurance has a premium. And based on the risk of how difficult your type of business is, there's a classification for everything from the possibility of a secretary, I guess, falling out of their chair while they're typing. That's not very likely. So their insurance premium rate is quite much lower than our machinists who are standing in front of a very powerful big machine. Well, there's some standard prices for every machine shop, and we're allowed a modifier that it means a reduction if we maintain a safe history. Not just talk about it, but now we have 3, 4, 5 years of very good safety history with very little claims, and we actually pay 25% less than the average machine shop. It's called a modifier because we have safe history. And it's better for me to get insurance. People want me. We have our customers. Our customers want to know whether we're safe. They walk in. This is my customers. They want to know that we're maintaining a safe operations here. Well, we have a drug and alcohol policy. Oh, that's kind of unpopular in some places. Even in my industry, I've been told that maybe that's being a little too hard. No, we randomly test our employees, not everyone, it's a random process, and if somebody is on the property when they make that test, we tell that from a urine sample. It's not done by us, it's done by a third party. And then we have a road to recovery for those that could possibly have been at work with something that impairs their thought. You see, if your thought is impaired, then you're likely to make a bad choice that would hurt you. We had a gentleman that showed us, didn't happen in our company, how simple it was that his finger was cut off. Well, that's minor. Some people could be sucked into a machine and killed at our company. We have forklift training. We work at training. We have ways of, through our training videos, much like this, that we make sure people are trained properly. Could we have a mistake? Sure. Could we have someone hurt? Sure. But we're going to do everything possible to be sure that that doesn't happen. I've told many of our workers on video, I am not going to make a phone call to their loved ones and tell them that they got killed or seriously injured because I don't want it to happen. I want my workers' lives to be protected. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Listen in, stay tuned in. We thank you for being a part of Inspiring Better Business.